Good morning and welcome to another episode of Breakfast with the Viking. Today's quote comes from Winston Churchill, and it says, "Success is not final, failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts." And on the second day of this new series and new chapter and new attempt at content and all of that I spoke about briefly in yesterday's episode, I feel like that's important. It's important to realize that success is not the end goal. Failure is not the end. It is really just the steps to continue to push forward that are the most important. And I can remember times in my life where I can look back and that actually makes a little bit of sense. You know, I have hit different markers over the course of my life that could be considered successful metrics to grade by. You know, I had a good job and that paid fairly decent money and, you know, had the apartment and all these things. And to all of the outside looking in type of situations, one could look at that and say, oh, well, that's a successful individual, right? But it didn't feel that way. It was quite empty and very unfulfilling. So again, the success was not the end, right? That was really just part of the journey, all things considered. And when it all kind of went explosive and erupted and ended in a fairly catastrophic way, again, that failure, or that what could be perceived as failure to anyone who looked at that situation, was not the end. Clearly, I mean, that happened almost a year ago now, and here I am in front of you guys and continuing to try and pursue passions and dreams, even though, you know, things have done their best to try to beat me down. So today's episode is based on that, is based on just continuing to drive, continuing to put that one foot in front of the other and make your journey worthwhile. Because a journey is not worthwhile because you made it to the end. I'm pretty sure most people who have achieved goals that they've set for themselves will tell you that even before they've begun approaching that goal that they set, there is something else they want to achieve. There is a next step for them. It's never a point in which they're like, oh, okay, cool. I made it here. I am now done. I don't have to do anything. There's something else coming, right? And that's just how life is. So, again, it is very much just pushing it and keep pushing it and keep going, because eventually you'll get there. And on the way, you'll figure out what's important. That's the hardest part. That is the most difficult part of the entire journey, is figuring out what's important to you, because it is different for every individual that walks the face of this earth. There is no blueprint for success, right? There is no quick, easy access to wealth, money, passion, fulfillment, none of those things, right? It all depends on the person you see in the mirror and what they value and what they think is important. And sometimes that's very difficult to figure out. Personally, I know it's been very difficult for me to come to terms with what is truly important in my life. Fortunately, I've done a lot of work and we're starting to make those realizations. We're starting to come to terms with hey, this is not what I need to be the driving force in my life. So, again, success is not final. Failure is not fatal. The courage to continue is what counts. So keep that in mind as you go about your day to day. Pretty sure that's going to be it. Just another wake up, rise and grind. You've got this kind of moment for you guys. And that's what hopefully this series is going to be mostly about. Just a way to start your day or end your day or start your workout or whatever it is with a little bit of positivity and a little bit of just motivation and encouragement to push through whatever might be trying to hold you back today. And as always, I'm your host, the American Viking. Don't let anybody ruin your day. Remember, you're the only one that can ruin it. So have a great day.